Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Friday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are down across the board. Not too bad at the moment. We do have commodities trading higher this morning, so that could help the Canadian market. Now, at 8:30 this morning, we do have a bunch of economic numbers coming out that could certainly dramatically change the direction of the market. So we'll just have to see how the market reacts to that. Now, U.S. markets were closed yesterday for the Jimmy Carter Memorial, and here we are with the VIX. It traded up on Wednesday, but then closed the day just down slightly. So on Friday, we're looking for a close above 1859 to give us a new buy signal for the VIX. That, of course, would be negative for stocks. Now, the Canadian market was open yesterday, very thinly traded, very small move in the market. We were up 21 points on the day. The pros have not taken control. Even though we're on a short-term buy signal here, we're still waiting for the pros to take control. That hasn't happened yet. And we did have a bearish reversal day the other day, so it's not looking too good at the moment, but we are still on a buy signal. We can still just hope. Now, when we look at the trading range that we've been in, we're sitting right in the middle of the range that we've been in since early October. And so we're looking to see if we can take out the December high or take out the December low. And right now we're right in the middle of that. And we've worked ourselves into a nice triangle and looking for a breakout of that triangle. That could be the first sign of which way we're going to go next. Now, the financial world is focused on bond yields at the moment as U.S. bond prices continue to move lower and bond yields continue to move higher, putting upward pressure on interest rates. Now, the exact opposite of that is going on in China, where bond yields are continuing to fall. We're getting down close to 1.5%. This is a long-term chart. We're going back to 2016, and you can see the dramatic drop in bond yields, which means bond prices have been going up. And so a completely different world than what we're looking at here in North America. Let's finish off this morning's presentation taking a look at those magnificent stocks. And of course, they're part of the NASDAQ 100, and the NASDAQ 100 popped on Monday and then completely reversed on Tuesday, closing below the previous day's low and giving us a new daily sell signal. On Wednesday, not much action really. By the end of the day, we were just up 9 cents on the day. And then looking at the Magnificent Seven ETF, a similar situation. We popped on Monday, no fall through to the upside on Tuesday, complete reversal. And now we're sitting right on the edge of a new daily sell signal, which would happen on Friday with a close below $55.01. So that looks like a series of lower highs to me. And we are certainly projecting down to the $48 level, which would match up with that nice open gap over here. Now, these are just projections. Of course, a projection doesn't know what it doesn't know, and something could happen at 8:30 this morning to completely change everything. Now, the pros are giving up control on this particular ETF, and you'll see that for a lot of the stocks. And again, we're working ourselves into a nice triangle here, looking for a breakout or a breakdown of that triangle. Now, Apple is coming into Friday, trying to hold support at 240, and we closed right at our price target of 242.19. If we take out Wednesday's low, then 234.38 would come into play. Looking at Amazon, Amazon looking much like the NASDAQ 100 and the Magnificent ETF, sitting right on the edge of a new daily sell signal on Friday. The pros giving up control this week. Then looking at Broadcom, and Broadcom, of course, popped in early December, and it's been treading water up here. And we're certainly projecting lower prices at the moment, but investors haven't given up on Broadcom just yet. We're looking for a close on Friday below $228.66. And you can see the pros have no interest in giving up control right now. Compare that to a stock like Alphabet. Alphabet putting in a double top up here, and the pros are just about to give up control, and we're seeing selling up at the $200 level. And you can see that we have potential support here at the 187.50 level if we start moving down on Friday. Looking at Meta, Meta looks like it put in a lower high this week. We're still on a buy signal here. That would change on Friday with a close below $596.40. The pros are giving up control right now, and you can see that investors aren't that enthusiastic about spending more than $625 on a share of Meta. Then looking at Microsoft peaked in December and has been on a sell signal ever since, and the pros have certainly given up control. We're trying to hold the 421.88 level. We dipped below that last week, and if we take out the recent low, 406.25 would be our next target to the downside. Then NVIDIA had a big reversal the other day. We had orders in up at the 150 level. Those got filled. Now we're looking to see if we can hold 137.50. We got as low as 137.56 the other day, and that looks like a nice bearish reversal day to me. So that could mark the top of this move for NVIDIA. And as you can see, the pros are starting to abandon NVIDIA at this time. On Friday, we're looking for a close below $137.37 to give us a sell signal for NVIDIA. Shopify, just like the rest of the market, reversed the other day, and that was a bearish reversal day, bearish engulfment day. Now, we had a pop in Shopify the other day. The pros still have not taken control on either side of the border. Looking at the Canadian Shopify, we are trying to hold 150 up here. If that breaks, look 2 lines down to the 125 level. That would fill that open gap, and that could potentially be the downside target for Shopify at this time. Then looking at Tesla's been heading lower over the past couple of weeks. We're certainly projecting much lower prices from here. There's a couple of open gaps to potentially fill. If we break down below 375, then 312.50 and possibly 250 would be our next targets to the downside. And just like a lot of the other stocks and ETFs we're looking at, it looks like we put in a lower high this week. Now, if things want to turn around on Friday, a close above $426.23 would give us a buy signal. Of course, if that doesn't happen on Friday, that upper channel line is going to continue to move lower daily. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Hopefully, I can get this published before the big announcements come out at 8:30 this morning. But so far, stock index futures are trending lower in the pre-market on Friday morning. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Sunday.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.